literally, we have a chore chart for the younger kids, and if they mop the floor, if they do the dish, they get $3, whatever it is for that specific duty. So yes, in fact, they do. If they don't get the money. And secondly, and it would be unfair to say we're going to give all the kids regardless of who does the work. No, it's the ones that follow through and do it. They get rewarded. So that's exactly.
Some of the money that we spend to incarcerate them, it would be cheaper. If we could give them $500 a month or something. We let them loose and they have nothing.
For those of you who couldn't hear,
they have no income. They can't get a job because now they've got a record.
Just to paraphrase what she's saying, yeah, we should be having more rewards for people that are trying to get their life right. And I think we all agree on that, and we should. And one of that is a problem is an economy that's not doing well, not producing the jobs that people have to go into. Absolutely. But also we must remember, if they choose not to go on the right path, if they choose to commit more crimes, there has to be. Well, I do believe it's a choice whether or not you commit a crime or you don't. I do believe that's a choice. I get that. For the most part, a lot of these people can choose not to do those crimes. I believe that.
No one chooses a life of crime. They're not born saying I want a life of crime. They're born not given.
Well, we'll go past the philosophical discussion of we might disagree on that. I appreciate your opinion. But if I can, before I get to some other folks, one thing that was brought to my attention here in Hemet, actually this is about 2 years ago, I was at the VFW in Hemet. What street's that on, Larry? I'm going to quiz you.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Good friend Larry here. We were there having a meeting just about veterans, and it was warm, kind of like here, but actually warmer. And so what happened? They said, some thieves came by last night, ripped out the air conditioning, and we don't have the $5,000 to get a new air conditioner. And that was for the metal, and that's called metal theft. And that became a scourge on our communities because people, a lot of these, I believe, were the AB 109 people that were committing these petty crimes, trying to get a quick buck. They're ripping out wires. We had a person out in India. They got a truck, hooked up the wire, ripped out all the wire from the stoplight, just took off with it, and ripped 100 yards of it. It's been rampant. Schools have been shut down because they come and take the pumps, the wires to turn them to get quick cash. So I had a meeting with Chief Brown here, and we had a good roundtable discussion on what can be done. It took me almost a year to go through different thought processes, but we came up with an idea to say, we need to have a law enforcement task force. As Chief Brown had talked about a task force before, because a lot of these crimes, they told me, were syndicated. There are people taking the petty crime and giving it to somebody else who washes it, so it looks like it came from somewhere else, and go to another group of people. It kind of got sophisticated in this crime. So we needed, he said, law enforcement task forces to go investigate and maybe undercover to get these crimes. And so what I introduced was a bill to have a 1% fee on recycling. So if you brought a metal to a recycler and you're going to get $100 back, you get $99 back, and $1 goes to the Department of Justice to initiate task force throughout the state, the areas that need it the most. So there's money for law enforcement to actually investigate and prosecute metal theft. It's the same thing that they do with insurance money. You get a dollar or two off your insurance policy when you buy it, and it goes to district attorneys and police to investigate insurance fraud. Same theory. My bill died, unfortunately. It died. They said, no, we're not going to, people get a little queasy when you talk about fees or taxes. And I'm a Republican, I do too, but it's at some point you have to say, if there's a problem, we have to fix it. So I was looking at, and I talked to Chief Brown, number of law enforcement throughout the area, and community leaders. I said, what's the best way to do it? And they all agreed this, so we gave it a try, but unfortunately it died. But anyways, any other thoughts from you guys? We'll take some more questions from the audience if anybody wants to. Yes, sir. Now, I'm sorry, I'll come back. Let me get her real quickly. She had her hand up. Yes, ma'am. You do whatever you like.
My name is Jennifer, and I wanted to tag team on what she was saying about that bill. Sorry, my voice is gone. And you mentioned that you get $21 million. Is that annually or for your PAC team?
Unfortunately, that's statewide. So Riverside County's portion of that is much smaller.
And what is Hemet's actual portion of that?
Yeah, well, the city of Hemet gets $200,000 a year to fund a position to supervise that team. And so the other agencies that do it, that are on the team as well, are getting funded the same amount.
When you say the other teams in other cities? Right. Or other teams in this town?
What we did is we set up 3 regional teams. We have the west team out in the desert. We've got the central team, which pretty much is the 215 corridor into Hemet, San Jacinto Valley, and up to